to another episode of Colossal Community Podcast. My name is Keith and I am your host. We are live here at the Hopper Mill in Weissport. And tonight we are talking about topics to get you ready for Pretzel Sunday. Some fun facts about pretzels as well. And tonight our guest is all about Palmerton High School. First half hour we have members from the Palmerton High School Student Council. They'll be talking about an event coming up. In the second half hour, we have Palmerton High School Drama Club members coming on talking about their upcoming show. And we have Colossal radio news, podcast news, some upcoming events. And we are talking about our new bracket battle with 90s music, country, and rock hits. And we started that last week already, and there's still time to vote on for tonight's songs. Tonight's two songs are Dixieland Delight by Alabama and Gone Country by Alan Jackson. So you can go on after the show and vote for one of those two songs, and then tomorrow we'll post two more and we'll go all the way until we reach the number one 90s music hit, country, and rock show. So we'll start things off by welcoming students from Palmerton High School Student Council. Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, we're happy to be here.
So please introduce yourselves and tell us what position you hold.
I'm Isabel Catania. I'm the Vice President of Student Council. So basically, all of us usually work together a lot of the time, if not all of the time. We plan all of the events between dances, pep rallies, event we'll talk about, mini Thon. We all work together to plan that and make sure it all runs smoothly.
I'm Cassie Hager. We're both seniors. I don't think she mentioned that, but I'm the communications coordinator for Student Council, and so like Bella said, we all work together and collaborate to get everything done, but also my position specifically, I focus a lot on the social media and community outreach part, so everything you see on social media about the events we're hosting, that's all done by me.
And you guys are here tonight talking about an event you're about to hold next month.
Yes.
So please tell us about the event.
Okay, I'll start. So we're hosting Mini Thon, which is a smaller version of like Penn State's Thon event, which is a dance marathon held to raise money for the Four Diamonds organization, which raises money for pediatric cancer patients to cover their expenses and support their families during that time. And if you want to talk about like what we do at the event.
So a lot goes on at the event. I think at 11 p.m. we stand up, we get there at 10 p.m. and then by 11 we're standing up until 6 a.m. And so basically we have several amount of games, and then we section out the schools between like video games, dances, like we have Just Dance, we'll have karaoke,
volleyball tournament.
Yep.
Totally.
And then we also do like a scheduled game thing. So we actually like have these different colored shirts. So there would be like green, yellow, pink, and then that is technically your team for the night. And then we'll do games at like a specific scheduled time. And then you'll get with your colored team and then you compete, and that's your team, which is a lot of fun.
Cool. And how many years has the school been doing this event?
I believe Palmerton did their first Mini-Thon in 2019, so that was well before we were in high school. And it started out originally as an every other year event, just because it does take a lot of work to plan, especially for such a small school. But actually we lucked out, and because of COVID, we ended up having it 3 times. We had Mini-Thon our freshman year, and then our sophomore year, the seniors that year went to the school board because they had only had it 1 year due to COVID, so they asked if they could have it again, and we ended up having it that year, and now we're back to that every other year rotation, and so we luckily got to have it senior year.
And do you donate to the same group every year?
Yes, so Mini-Thon is always going towards the Four Diamonds, which is what Thon, that Penn State hosts, goes towards every year. It raises money for Penn State Children's Hospital and all the patients that are in there, and so it funds like medical expenses, new equipment, research opportunities, all things like that. So our money goes to that same organization.
Cool. And so how do you plan what events you're going to be doing at the event?
A lot goes into it. We do have like a Mini-Thon advisor, and we actually just met with her like last week when we visited the Penn State Children's Center and Hospital. And so she like helped us plan a bunch of different games. Right now we're like brainstorming. Usually it kind of just we sit down and we kind of brainstorm, schedule times and things like that. I mean, it all comes together.
There's definitely events and games that we know work and the kids love. So, like we always do, like she said, team games, like tug of war. In the past, we've done like a balloon pop game, leapfrog, things like that. Kids always also love like free-for-all type things. So we'll leave up the volleyball net, spike ball, dodgeball, anything, and you can kind of go around the school and do whatever you want, whenever you want. But right now, like she said, we're working with our Mini-Thon advisor to try to make more collaborative games and events rather than it being such a free-for-all. We think it would be more like fun for everyone that way.
Nice. So how do you determine who's on what team?
So when the doors open for Mini-Thon, our shirts are colored randomly. So you just pick a shirt, and whatever one you get, you get. I mean, people do end up switching their shirts and things like that. I think this year, to raise more money for Thon, where if you want to pick the color of your shirt, it is like an additional $5, which is something we're planning on doing. A lot of people do like to be with their friends, obviously.
Right.
So we think that could be like a good way to raise more money.
We definitely think people will choose to participate in that option.
Nice. And how can the public donate to this event?
So throughout the school year, we posted a lot of different events and that have went into it. So like at football games, we would do a minute to win it where we would run around at halftime and collect money in bins. We did the same thing during like basketball games, wrestling matches. I know what other events have we done? Just like different things throughout the school year. We always leave donation bins at various school-wide events. And then there's also a link that I believe I shared on Facebook. It's also in Palmerton High School's Instagram bio, linked in there, the donor drive, so you can donate on there. I'm sure you can reach out to our advisor, Mr. Nensel, if you would like to make a donation. But yeah, there's a lot of different opportunities to donate.
We also recently just went to local businesses in Palmerton, and we're handing out just pieces of paper that say any type of donation. I know we went to places like Traditional Joey B's and Country Harvest and places like that, and they usually are very generous in donating either money or food, and anything helps, especially for our event. I know a lot of places like Country Harvest are offering food, which is really helpful. Not only does it have to be money, but
yeah, so lots of donations.
So it'll be food and drinks there the whole night as well?
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
So is there a special area to take a nap during this event?
No.
No?
So actually, kind of the point of Mini-Thon is to be on your feet standing for the entirety of the event. That's how Thon at Penn State is. Theirs is a 4 to 6 hour dance marathon, and I'm sure people leave during that time, but you're supposed to stay. And the whole point is that it gives you a little sliver of the pain that kids dealing with pediatric cancer feel. So us being up on our feet for only 8 hours is nothing compared to what they go through every single day.
Right.
So yeah, no sitting, no sleeping, nothing. You have to just bear through the pain.
Nice. So do you plan on going to Penn State and experiencing the big event?
my sister actually goes to Penn State, and she's gone to Thon the past 2 years, and she's trying to get me to go, but I, with field hockey, had tournaments and stuff. But definitely next year, if I can come home, or if I decide to go to college, I'll definitely go. It seems like so much fun. She says it's her favorite thing out of the entire school year to do.
Yeah, much like her, we've tried to plan, I think the past 2 years since her sister's been at Penn State, we've tried to plan a weekend to go. But it's just never worked out. Penn State is one of my options for college, so if I do end up going there, I'll definitely make sure I get involved with Thon, but we'll see.
Cool. Is there other high schools that do this, or are you the only one?
Yeah, there's, I believe it was over 200 schools, throughout the Pennsylvania region. I think a few schools out of state also, maybe in Jersey or Maryland, participate in Mini-Thon, and so collectively we've raised several millions of dollars for the Four Diamonds. But yeah, it's mainly in Pennsylvania.
Nice. So what all the student council do throughout the whole year besides this event?
Student council does, everything you can think of, honestly. We plan spirit weeks, and we plan dances, pep rallies,
Spring Day, that's an event at the end of the year. Usually this year is seniors only, but traditionally the whole school will go. It's like a field day kind of, and you make your own teams. Everybody picks a country that they're representing, and you play different field games. We also do a Mr. Palmerton pageant, which is really funny. That's also at the end of the year. So the senior boys, I think this year we have 10 senior boys will be competing in various events. Like there's a talent sketch, there's like a swimwear skit that they have to do. They have to do a Q&A. It's a lot of fun, and it definitely highlights the senior class.
Nice. And what's your favorite part about being on student council?
My favorite part is how involved we are with like the dances and I mean all the like events. I think when you plan it and then it goes the way you like it to go, I mean the planning is stressful at times, but then once you see the outcome, you can have so much more fun and enjoy it because you know it took so much hard work and it makes you just want to like enjoy it even more, I feel.
I love being the brains of the operation. I think that's just something I really enjoy doing. And so like Bella said, being behind the scenes and then getting to see what like work you put in, how much fun it was for everyone else, it really makes it so much more worth it.
Nice. So you both are seniors. What are your future plans after high school?
As of right now, I'm undecided. I'm attending a 4-year college. I think I'm between UNC Wilmington and Penn State. Those are my two main options. So I actually am going to see Wilmington this coming weekend. So hopefully soon I'll have a better idea.
Yeah. I plan on studying, like Belle said, I'm also undecided on college. Right now I have a couple options, but I'm not really sure what's going to happen with that yet. But I plan on studying journalism and media. I'm not really sure what area of that I want to go into yet, but definitely something in the entertainment industry. I think that's always been something I would like really enjoy doing.
Cool. And are you going to be playing field hockey in college?
I am not. It was definitely a big thing for the beginning of the school year. I was kind of pretty much set on playing field hockey, but recently I've decided I don't think that. I definitely want to play in college. I just don't think I'm going to play at the competitive level.
Cool. All right. This coming Sunday is Pretzel Sunday. Did you ever hear of it?
I have not.
No? Yeah, I've never heard of it. All right. It is custom that if you were a boy, it's a tradition held in Luxembourg back 300 years ago it started. If you were a boy and you're interested in a girl, you would give her a soft pretzel on Pretzel Sunday, which is actually coming up this Sunday. And if the girl likes the boy in return, she would give him a decorated egg on Easter Sunday. But if she does not like him, she would give an empty Easter basket on Easter Sunday and have a sign in it to say, "Look for somewhere else for love."
Aww. Oh my gosh. Aw. That's an interesting tradition.
So maybe with prom season coming up, maybe guys
I'll
skew out of pretzels.
Pretzels and empty baskets.
And on leap year, the roles reverse. The girl would give the pretzels and the guy would give the decorated eggs. Yeah. So there's your history on Pretzel Sunday.
Does that still go on today?
Yes, they still do it. It's still a tradition. So maybe you can start it over. I have a question for you. Which state eats the most soft pretzels? A, New York, B, Pennsylvania, or C, Ohio? Which state eats the most soft pretzels? A, New York, B, Pennsylvania, or C, Ohio?
It's just New York City, though. I don't know. Wait, but like, think about our heritage. I don't know why I thought pretzels were a big Pennsylvania thing.
No.
I'm going Pennsylvania. I don't know.
I'm going to say New York.
Pennsylvania is the correct answer.
He told you. I think I'm pretty good at trivia, so.
How many pretzels do Pennsylvanians eat on average? It's in pounds. Is it A, 1 pound a year, B, 12 pounds a year, or C, 5 pounds a year?
Oh, like per Pennsylvania, like per
Yep,
person?
per person. Yep, so how many pretzels per person do they eat in Pennsylvania? 1 pound a year, 12 pounds a year, or 5 pounds a year?
5 pounds a year.
Nope, 12. 12 pounds a year, an average Pennsylvania would eat pretzels.
Oh, that's a lot of pretzels. I don't think that many pretzels.
All right, our last trivia question here. Which state eats the least amount of soft pretzels? A, Utah, B, Mississippi, or C, Georgia? Which state eats the least amount of soft pretzels? A, Utah, B, Mississippi, or C, Georgia?
We're gonna go Mississippi, I think, both of us.
That is the correct answer. All right, the top 5 states that eat the least amount of pretzels is Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Montana, and California.
I was gonna say Palmerton had to be up there.
So there is your brief history of soft pretzels. We do have some new people coming on watching, so if you guys want to recap your event one more time.
Okay, well, I'm Cassie Baker, and
I'm Bella Catania.
we're seniors here at Palmerton, and we've been discussing Mini-Thon, which is an event that we are holding within the next 3 weeks at our high school. It's essentially a 8-hour dance marathon where students are not allowed to sit down or anything, and we are raising money for pediatric cancer for the Four Diamonds Foundation. It's a smaller version of what Penn State does with their Thon event.
And then all that money that we raise goes to children with pediatric cancer, like she said, but not only it goes to their financial aid, to research, emotional support, you name it. I mean, we went to, as we mentioned, we went to Penn State Children's Hospital, and we actually met with like art therapists and music therapists, and all that money goes to helping those children, even if it's like on an emotional level, not just financially.
Cool. And what was your experience like when you met your advisor? Like, how did you...
It was such a great experience.
She was very welcoming.
Yeah, she's very welcoming. We've helped plan Mini-Thon 3 out of the 4 years of high school. We didn't have it last year. But this is the first time we got to go in person to Penn State Children's Hospital, where all our donations go towards, and meet all the people who our efforts help. So we got to meet the employees. A dad even came up to us saying how much the work we do means to him, because his child is dealing with pediatric cancer right now. And so we really got to hands-on see how we can impact others.
Nice. So if there's a kid out there that's thinking about running for student council but not sure, what advice would you give them?
I think that it's definitely a commitment. We dedicate a lot of time to student council. I know for me it's like my main club. I mean, you have to be willing to put in the work, definitely, and also be involved and do all the activities, because it's important to get to promote the Spirit Weeks right now is like something we're struggling with, but it's important to participate in all that stuff, because that's what shows that you are involved in the club.
Going off of what she said, I would say we have about 80 members right now in the student council. There are definitely within those 80 levels of involvement. There are some people who don't contribute as much as they should, and then there's of course the officers who do mostly all the main decision making. And so for anyone that's wanting to step into that role of leadership, like she said, it's a commitment, but I think it makes it so much more worth it, because you really get to see how much of an impact you have on the school. I mean, we plan basically all of the events, all of our school-wide events for the school year. And so I think that being behind the scenes of that makes your high school experience so much more enjoyable, because you get to have more input on what's going to happen each year.
Cool. What was your favorite event that you have done?
Mini-Thon. Mini-Thon is definitely our favorite.
It's such an awesome night. It's hard to explain to people who haven't.
Yeah, it's nothing like you've ever done before. I mean, you would think it'd be exhausting and everything, but I don't think for 1 second I was tired until the very end. You're always doing something and keeping busy, and it's for a good cause. So
and staying at the school overnight is such an interesting experience. The chaperones are sometimes our teachers, our parents, other family members and friends. It's so fun to be there overnight without the kind of academic aspect of it, and really just focus on having fun, being with the people you love, and raising money for a good cause. was.
So it doesn't feel like you're in school.
No.
And then come Monday, it's
Yeah, it definitely hits you hard once
Definitely.
you have to go back
Yeah.
to school.
It takes a day of rest.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
It does, for sure.
What's your favorite activity that you plan for this year that you can't wait to do?
I would have to say Mr. Palmerton. That's coming up in May, I believe, towards the middle of May. And so we still have a lot of planning we need to do for it, but like once mini-thon's over, that's kind of the main activity we're going to focus on. I think it's just going to be so funny because the senior boys get to do virtually whatever they want on stage in front of a bunch of community members, and they go all out for it. So I'm really excited to see what they have planned this year, especially because it's our classmates, the kids in our grade. So I'm excited.
I have to also say Mr. Palmerton. It's a blast. It's so unexpected. You never know what you're gonna get. I mean, it's the kids take it in different directions all the time.
And it's really funny to see kids that you think maybe are a little more shy, but then once
They go
Mr.
on
Palmer, once
stage.
they get on stage, you're just impressed.
So how have you personally grown from freshman and being involved in student council till now?
I think, we've grown a lot. I know coming in as a freshman, I knew 100% that student council was something I wanted to be a part of. I mean, I wanted it to be my main club since freshman year because I saw my freshman year the officers, how much work they put in. I mean, it seemed like so much fun. And I think over the years, it makes you, I don't know, our friend group kind of does student council officers, and it makes us a lot closer because we are always working together. And I just think it's a great experience, and you learn how to work together and how to move past obstacles and push for what you really want. Because sometimes there are things that we go to and they're like, no, you can't do this, and then if you push for it and you explain to them, hey, this. We really want to do this, it'd be so positive for the environment. I mean,
Like Bella said, I think coming in freshman year, starting high school, I knew I wanted student council to be my main focus. It was just so fun. They do basically everything for the school. I mean, who doesn't want to be a part of that? And so I really think it helped me grow my advocating skills. Like she said, a lot of times administration tries to shut down some of our ideas for various reasons. And I have no problem going to whoever it is to push for things because I know the student body will love them. And also collaborating with others and pitching ideas, being creative, thinking out of the box. All of those are skills that I think student council definitely helped me hone over the years.
Cool. What is one event that you wanted to do but you weren't allowed to?
I have to say, this year actually celebrating spring day with only seniors. In the previous years, the entire grade did it, or every single grade did it, which it was a lot of fun. I mean, last year it was planned a little differently and stuff with our advisors, there'd be different advisors, and it didn't work out as planned, so it wasn't as much fun. And then this year, it got turned into a senior-only event. But I would have liked it to be all 4 grades because I think it is a lot more fun. It gets more participation with the school. And I think during school, I mean, we're very much involved in school and we take hard classes and it's really a lot of work and sometimes school can't be the most happy environment. But when we put in these events, it just makes the place it's a better environment. And
Yeah, I agree with
it's
her.
just something to look forward to.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely would have liked spring day this year to be school-wide. But also, I know last year we wanted to do an additional dance. We currently do 2 dances, the homecoming dance, which is planned by the senior class officer, so that's not done by student council. But we do plan the spring fling dance, which we just had this weekend, which is always really fun. But I think we wanted to do a Valentine's Day masquerade ball or something, or a winter ball, and it just never ended up happening. I think sometimes participation lacks. Even with spring fling, only having 2 semi-formal dances a year, a lot of kids didn't want to go. So throwing in a third wouldn't necessarily work with such a small school, but I would have definitely liked to have another dance. I know they're really fun. So.
Do you find it hard to get the students interested in your events and participate?
It's
Sometimes it's definitely gotten harder over the years. And I think honestly it's just the class that comes up and you're either really involved or you're not. And you always have like that bunch that is very involved, and then you'll get the next grade and they're not as involved, and it'll just kind of fluctuate throughout the years. So I think right now we're struggling a lot with participation, but I mean,
yeah, I definitely think it comes in waves. I know our freshman year, everyone was involved. I mean, I think people looked at you weird if you didn't like participate in everything. And even like our sophomore year and kind of our junior year, it felt that way. And I thought there was a lot of school spirit. Now, kind of into senior year, I think we're kind of, riding off of that wave, and the underclassmen maybe aren't so interested. And that's just going to be how it is for a little bit until you get that next grade of really involved kids that want to pursue a lot of new ideas.
Do you send out a survey to the students to take or get their interest?
that's a really good idea, but
No, we haven't done that. We kind of know what works and what's going to get approved by administration and what kids like.
we also,
So we stick with that.
when we hold meetings, we make an attempt to try and offer new ideas, and whether it be like just general ideas for events or like ideas on spirit weeks and things like that. I mean, it's hard sometimes, people don't really have ideas because we've done so much.
Right.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of complaints that we hear, but all those complaints come from people who don't contribute their ideas, or they maybe come to a meeting and are too shy to raise their hand, or they're just not even in student council, but have a lot to say. And obviously that's hard to deal with, but at the same time, you can only do so much when no one else wants to bring their ideas to the table.
Cool. Is there going to be a DJ at the Thon event?
No, there's not going to be a DJ. We normally do, we play music throughout the night, just over, the loudspeakers, but there is 1 hour dedicated to a glow-in-the-dark dance party in the gym, and so for there we just use someone's phone with a playlist, and then we have all these, glow-in-the-dark sticks. It's really cool, but yeah, no, there's not a DJ.
No. Cool. Anything else you guys want to tell us about the event, or?
I would just say, please donate. The link can be found in Palmerton High School's Instagram bio. It was shared on Palmerton Here Now. You can also contact Mr. Nensel, who is a Palmerton teacher and a student council advisor, if you'd like to donate. But yeah, that's really all I have to say.
That's really it.
Are you guys involved in anything else? I know you're in field hockey, but are you?
Yeah, I'm an competitive dancer outside of school, and inside of school, I'm in a lot of clubs. But student council is definitely one of the most important to me, and then like Bella said a little bit earlier, we're in probably the hardest classes you can take in high school, so it's definitely a lot to juggle being really involved in clubs and planning everything, but then also being in super hard classes and sports, so it's a lot.
Cool. All right. Well, wish you guys the best of luck and have fun at your event. Enjoy the rest of your senior year.
Thank you.
It's going to go by fast.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
And we're going to go to a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking with students from the Palmerton High School Drama Club.
Look, who doesn't want to get better? Get yourself a nice floor bath. Using only quality shampoos, let it blow dry. Don't leave it dirty nails. Make sure you're feeling great. Head to tail. Especially for the Palmerton. For 22 years, Stacy and Jennifer have been the best. So if you're looking for a more better service and experienced staff, it's time to reflect. Get your best work. Try to be quick for support. Find them online.
To Colossal Community Podcast. We are now going to be talking with students from the Palmerton High School Drama Club, talking about their upcoming show. But first, we want to tell you about Colossal Radio. Make sure you tune in every day from 9 a.m. till noon with Doc and Friends show. You can listen by downloading the free Colossal Radio app or go on to Colossal Radio's website at colossalradio.rocks. And Tuesday night with oldies every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Ike plays your favorite oldies, and this week he is spotlighting Elton John and Aretha Franklin. So if you're into those two artists, you can listen to all your favorite songs with that tomorrow night at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And we're talking now with Palmerton High School Drama Club and Sweeney Todd, right?
Yes, Sweeney Todd.
So please introduce yourselves and tell us what role you are playing.
I'm Zane, I'm playing Sweeney Todd.
I'm Emma, I'm the president of stage crew. I'm Freya, I'm playing Mrs. Lovett.
Cool. So tell us, what is Sweeney Todd?
So, Sweeney Todd is the story of a man in London in the 1800s, 1700s?
Yeah.
1800s, 1700s. 1850s. It's the story of a man named Benjamin Barker and how the local judge of London was infatuated with his wife Lucy, and so sent him away to prison in Australia for 15 years. And the story picks up with Sweeney having escaped on a raft, and he's afloat in the ocean when a young sailor named Anthony comes to his rescue, takes him back to London, where he goes back to his home, meets Mrs. Lovett, the owner of a meat pie shop, who's in the downstairs where his barber shop used to be back when Benjamin Barker was the most famous barber in town. And he finds out whatever happened to his wife and the judge and what that situation was, and what happened to his newborn daughter at the time, who's now all grown up after 15 years of her father being away in prison, and his journey to find his daughter, really.
Cool. Sounds interesting.
And the important detail, Benjamin Barker, this barber, takes on the name Sweeney Todd in order to kind of hide his identity as an escaped convict as he solves this mystery.
Ooh. So tell us about your character.
So, my character is Mrs. Lovett, and when we first meet her in the show, we're in her pie shop, which famously has the worst pies in London. And she begins by meeting Mr. Sweeney Todd, and then she tells him of the story of what happened after he was sent away.
Yeah, what happened to his wife and his daughter.
Yeah. And then she goes on to kind of manipulate Mr. Todd quite a bit, but she's also very madly in love with him at the same time.
Unrequited love.
Cool. And stage crew.
So my job as president would be to really oversee everything that's happening with our builds and our costuming and props, really just be like one of the main leaders that the younger members can look up to. And personally, I am more in charge of the building. So currently we are making a 2-story set. We're currently in the works of building walls and putting up the second floor. And we just finished a 16-foot platform for the base of the pie shop and a 10-foot by 3-foot long table. So it's all going really well.
Yeah, it's going to be a cool effect. Like the giant platform spins around. One side of it is Mrs. Lovett's meat pie shop, and the other side is like
Bakehouse.
Yeah, the bakehouse and parlor.
Cool. So how many hours do you put into the props?
Well, let's see, if we were to do man hours, we have, let's see, what? Yeah, so stage crew does about 3 hours one day, 3 hours one day, 3 hours Friday, so 9 plus the 4 hours, so 13 hours a week for, let's see, January, February, March, April, for a 4-week run. Times what? 20 stage crew members? It's a lot of man
Yeah, it's
hours.
a lot of man hours. So you guys are busy.
Yes, very busy.
How did you get involved with stage crew? What made you decide that's what you want to do?
I joined stage crew when I was in 9th grade because I just heard from friends who us who were in like senior year or they're in their junior year. And just like seeing plays when I was younger, I was always interested in how like the props and like the set pieces move or get to where they need to be. And I'm personally not a stage person, I like to be behind the scenes, so I thought stage show was like the perfect mesh for like a theater for myself and not really wanting to be in the spotlight. And I do enjoy building and just like watching the shows.
Nice. So last time you guys were here, you did Annie of the Green Gables.
Yes.
So how did that go?
That went very well, actually. We sold a lot of tickets for a Palmerton Drama Club fall show. We sold out, I think, every fall play we've done in the last 5 years. We outsold them all. People really loved it. It was a great story, great execution, great direction. Yeah, people really resonated with the story of the orphans finding their place in this brand new world.
It was a great cast too. Very, very emotional. You definitely felt it. At least from mine, I felt it so hard on stage. I cried like every night. Me too. Saying about passing along.
Nice. So what do you think people's reaction for this one's going to be?
Well, we're already generating a lot of buzz.
This one's definitely different.
Yeah.
Sounds different.
Yeah, this one doesn't.
Not quite
This
so
one, and if Green Gables had a very bittersweet ending. This one maybe not so much.
And also give people chills.
Yeah, don't give too much away.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite part about this show?
Well, it's very much a challenge for both cast and crew. The music is probably some of the hardest that Palmerton Drama Club has ever done. It's a whole lot of teamwork and trusting each other to get through the process, and the whole cast is really doing a great job with it right now.
Cool. Do you guys do singing at all?
We do quite a bit of singing.
Yeah, that's we're sort of the main protagonists, I suppose, in this. So I have quite a few solo numbers. She has quite a few solo numbers. Yours are probably a little catchier than mine.
Maybe just a little.
But yeah, she has a really talented voice. She can sing like up in the stratosphere. I don't know if you get it.
Depends on the day.
All right, this coming Sunday is Pretzel Sunday. Have you guys heard of Pretzel Sunday?
I have not.
All right, Pretzel Sunday is a tradition held in Luxembourg about 300 years now, and it goes like this, that if a boy is interested in a girl, he gives her a soft pretzel on Pretzel Sunday, which is this coming Sunday. And if the girl likes the boy in return, she gives him a decorated egg on Easter Sunday. But if she does not like him, she would give him an empty Easter basket with a sign that says, "Look somewhere else for love."
Oh.
That's terrible.
And on leap year, the roles reverse. The girl would give the pretzel, and the boy would give the decorated egg or Easter basket, empty Easter basket. So, what are your thoughts on that? You think that'll work here?
Here? That's pretty, like people can be pretty brutal with social media nowadays, but that's the same thing someone would ask is saying, look somewhere else. That's hard.
You have a lot of Pennsylvania Dutch. German people like
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's the word.
All right, which state eats the most soft pretzels? A, New York, B, Pennsylvania, or C, Ohio? Which state eats the most soft pretzels? A, New York, B, Pennsylvania, or C, Ohio?
So basically, is it New York, Philly, or Cleveland?
Yeah.
I say Pennsylvania because I love a
That's
pretzel.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is the correct answer.
Yeah, I love pretzels.
Well, you think about the heritage and the food culture down in Philly. Yeah.
On average, how many pounds of pretzels do people in Pennsylvania eat per year? A, 1 pound, B, 12 pounds, or C, 5 pounds? On average, how many pounds of pretzels do Pennsylvanians eat a year? A, 1 pound, 12 pounds, or C, 5 pounds?
I don't know, I just ate a really big pretzel at Christmas town this weekend.
Yeah, what you gotta think is like the festival and fair season in early fall, like how many people are going to those and getting a soft pretzel, like 2 or 3 or 4.
So you're going with 12?
I'm going with 12.
12 is the correct answer.
Whoa, we're getting it all big today.
All right, final question, so you can do the sweep here. Which state eats the least amount of soft pretzels? A, Utah, B, Mississippi, or C, Georgia? Which state eats the least amount of soft pretzels? A, Utah, B, Mississippi, or C, Georgia?
What's the most southern? That's probably what my guess would be, the most southern one.
Well, what I'm thinking is like which one has the most. I don't know. I almost want to say Georgia.
I'm almost thinking Mississippi for some reason. I don't know, you gotta.
Should I choose Utah then?
What else is down your right?
Right.
B, Mississippi.
Oh!
The top 5 least states that eat pretzels is Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Montana, and California.
Get the West Coast.
Yeah.
And do you know who created soft pretzels?
Oh, I'm gonna guess it was some man from Bavaria in like the 1600s.
Well, there's a conflict there. Some say that they were originally started in Italy, and some say it was started in southern France. So that might help you on who it was created by the monks. They created it to eat during Lent season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, if you guys want to recap your show, we got some new viewers on here, so if you want to recap your upcoming show and when is it, and where can we buy tickets?
Yeah, so our upcoming show, our spring musical, is Sweeney Todd. Kind of the story of a man trying to get back to his lost life. It's we actually have a movie poster right here of it. Show dates April 24th to 26th. Tickets can be bought online and just started going on sale the other day. So, and we sold quite a few pretty quick. So get them quick. You can also buy tickets at the door as always with Palmerton Drama Club. And our box office to buy tickets like in person, but like before the show. We're still getting details about that, like ironed out. So. Stay tuned to our Facebook or Instagram page. Should be pretty easy to find. It's just Palmerton High School Drama Club, pretty much. But yeah, we'll keep that posted on there.
All right, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Sip a handcrafted cocktail. Delight your palate with farm-to-table focused fare. Make lasting memories with the ones you love. The Gorge Eatery is a place where friends and loved ones come together to enjoy scratch cooking in a unique Zen space. Located in the historic Hofford Mill in Weisport, you'll find something very unique to the area. Our newly redesigned event space is ideal for your next special occasion. Perfect for bridal and baby showers, micro-weddings, parties, and more. Log on to thehoffordmill.com for more information and upcoming events.
To Colossal podcast. We're talking with the Palmerton High School Drama Club for their upcoming show, Sweeney Todd. But first, make sure you go into our Facebook page every day at 5 o'clock. We are listing 2 songs from 90s music, country, and rock hits. We started our new bracket battle, and tonight's 2 songs you can pick is country music, Dixieland Delight by Alabama, or Gone Country by Alan Jackson. And tomorrow, 2 songs will be Watermelon Crawl and She Thinks My Tractor Is Sexy. And again, if you go on every day at 5 p.m., you can vote on our battle brackets, and we'll go all the way up until the number 1 90s music hits, country and rock song. And also don't forget our new Thursday show on Podbean. You can follow us on Podbean, or you can follow us on iHeartRadio. Every Thursday we talk about upcoming events, and we share different topics as well, plus we review our live shows, so you can check that out every Thursday at 5 p.m. It'll be posted. And our next live show will be April 14th, and we have members from the Carbon County Fair coming on, and they're going to tell us what is new at the fair this year, so make sure you tune in for that one on April 14th. But we'll get back into the drama club here. What is your favorite play or musical that you have done so far?
Well, it's quite an easy question for me. My favorite musical that I've done so far, the drama club actually never got a chance to put on. It was in my 7th grade year. We were supposed to do a musical called Big Fish, but it was canceled due to COVID. March 13th, 2020. What a day.
What was that about?
It was the story about this father and son who were trying to reconnect as the son's starting his own family and the father's struggling with cancer. But the father has always told his son the story of his life in like tall tales, like meeting giants and witches and werewolves. And the son's kind of more of the down-to-earth science guy, and their real struggle to meet in the middle there by the time that cancer eventually hits them. So it's a really beautiful story.
Cool. What about you guys? What's your favorite shows?
I would say my favorite show that we've done is Chicago. That one is about, it's in the 1920s. So a girl named Roxy Hart, she had just had her heart broken by her lover, and so she had decided to murder him. And her husband tries to play the part and keep her from being found out, but eventually he finds out that she was cheating on him and rats her out to the police. So she goes to jail, and there she meets Ms. Bella Kelly. She is a rather famous performer in Chicago, and her goal throughout the entire show is to escape prison through a lot of con art that she performed and a lot of just like showbiz, and trying to really overshadow Velma in her attempt to be a bigger headline than Roxy. And eventually they do get out of prison.
My favorite show is Anna Green Gables. That was my biggest role until now, because before that I had like leading roles in junior shows, but that was my biggest role, and I didn't love the show at first or the idea of it, but going through it I ended up really connecting with the character and her adopted daughter, Anna. So I felt really connected, and it also brought me a lot closer with my cast members, I think. And I really just love the experience. I felt that everybody was just got so much closer and we were becoming more of a family.
Cool. If there's somebody that's thinking about coming into drama club and not sure, what advice would you give them?
Well, what I hear the most when people go like how do you even like do drama club? They always say, I couldn't even remember that many lines. Like we we really tend to scale, like if you're not comfortable doing everything right off the bat, we can scale it back, we can give you just a taste of it. You can have as big or as little a role as you want, and it's really, and even when you get there, you might find yourself more comfortable than you think you are, because we have a great team, a great cast, really good community that really helps to bring every member into the fold. And I think that's true in a lot of drama clubs out there in the surrounding area.
You know, what I love about it is that we've become really flexible throughout the years, and I think, accept new members with open arms. Every person I've seen come in, especially the little ones, and we love that. They're 7th graders, they're just coming into the junior high, they're new, fresh face. We really just try to bring them in and make it part of our family.
And somebody wants to do stage crew, what advice would you give them?
I would say it's a very happy community. I feel like we're all just one big family. We really look out for each other, and we all try to teach the newer ones who come in of how to do carpentry, how to paint, organize crops, even lights and sounds. So there's really something for everyone. And just being a part of a team and knowing that you build that giant set, or hey, I just moved that chair on the stage, it's really rewarding because you do still feel like you're an amazing, an important part of the show.
Cool.
Yeah, and stage crew is really a thing where you can always go to our stage crew advisors and go, hey, what more can I do? How can I help more? Can you show me how to do something, or how to use a tool, how to be handy?
And even if you're in stage crew, I've seen a lot of people join stage crew and then go on to drama club and perform on stage.
Oh, nice. So what are your plans after high school?
After high school, I am attending Westchester University for music education. Want to be a high school music teacher one day. Probably have to settle for elementary school right off the bat, but yeah, they have a great music program out there, great music school. Marching with Westchester University's incomparable Golden Rams marching band, 330 strong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Good time.
My future plans, I'm in between the Sales University and the University of Scranton. I'm still trying to make a decision, but I plan to go for registered nursing and work at probably St. Luke's or the Health Network in the NICU.
Oh, nice.
So, I'm currently a junior, so I'm still researching some colleges, but I would really like to get my BSN and become a nurse. Originally, I wanted to go into pediatrics right away, but I think I'm going to do some more exploring before that and really get some experience.
Yeah, I'm lucky. Westchester is kind of my only choice. Rams up, Golden Rams all the way through.
So what made you decide nursing? Just people in your family nurses?
Yeah, on my dad's side, my grandfather, he founded ABC Pediatrics and founded the PA program at DeSales. And so medicine has, specifically from my dad's side, has always been a part of my life. And just, caring for people and just, making people healthier and happier is just something that I really would like to do with my life.
I've had quite a few people who I'm close to in my family who have had health issues, and I would really just like to try and care for people and make it a better place. That's the strong stuff, which is good.
And how about you? Anybody in music in your family that?
So it's actually a funny story. My father played clarinet in high school and college, but my brother was actually, back when he was in high school and when he was a young adult, he's in his 30s now. He played guitar with a rock band that would go and get around the Whitehall, Allentown area. That was cool. But yeah, I really got into music because I just think music programs in schools are just such a great thing. When I was at a really low time, it ended up being my music teacher that was there for me, gave me a shot, and really helped me become the person I am today. So I will always go out there and proclaim the joys of music education.
Nice. All right, if you are planning for your Easter dinner this year and you don't feel like to do all your cooking, let the Gorge Eatery do the cooking for you. If you go onto the Hopper Mills website, you can choose your side dishes, appetizers, salads. You can do hot mains or cold mains, hot sides or cold sides. Or if you're dinner for one or dinner for two, you can order your meal that way. You can order by April 13th, and pickup is April 19th, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. So again, if you don't plan on making that big Easter meal, let the Gorge Eatery do that for you by going on to their website and making all your choices from different sides to glazed ham to chicken and you name it, it's on there, so check that out. And also don't forget to tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. till noon with Doc's Endless Party Show. And then 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., our favorite Uncle Kevin is playing all your 90s rocks and beyond music. And of course, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., Oldies with Ike. And this week he is spotlighting Elton John and Aretha Franklin. And every Friday at 7 p.m., if you're into the heavy metal, make sure you tune in at 7 p.m. with Retro Rock Rewind. And then Saturday at noon is the Totally Awesome 80s show. And That Thing with Rich is at 10 p.m. on Saturday. And you can listen to all that on Colossal Radio's free app, or enable your skill setting on your Alexa devices. And you can also go to colossalradio.rocks to listen for free. Again, our next show, live show, is going to be April 14th, and we're talking with people from the Carbon County Fair, telling us about what's new this year at the fair. And don't forget to get your tickets to these guys play for Sweeney Todd. And again, you can get it online, right?
Yeah, online on our website. There's a link on our Facebook page, or in person when our box office opens, or in person at the door on days of the show, April 24th, 25th, 26th.
And don't wait too long because your shows do sell out.
We're looking at some pretty good numbers on this, hopefully. So.
And if you belong to a nonprofit group or just a group in general, and you want to share your upcoming events, your school events or nonprofit events, please contact us at colossalcommunitypodcast@gmail.com or message us on our Facebook page, and we'll get you scheduled on our show. And you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where all our shows are posted on there. Plus, we do have other videos on there where we have taste testing videos and other videos as well. And we want to thank you guys for coming on. Wish you the best of luck on this show.
Thank you for having us.
Hearing all about it, and hope to have you on again. All right, that's going to do it for tonight, and we'll see you next time.